emerged. Time now for Russia Close Up to take you deeper into the culture of the world's biggest country. Traveling through Penza, 600 kilometers southeast of Moscow, the capital of the region, also called Penza, was founded as a small fortress in the 17th century on the banks of the Sura River. But there's also a high-tech hub within its rich heritage, and it's home to a unique heart valve factory saving people's lives around the world. RT's Igor Ogorodnev went to see it.
Both inside and outside of Russia, the health of ordinary Russians and also the state of the Russian medical profession are often seen as something of a mixture between a joke and a horror story. But there are facts that challenge that stereotype. Here, just outside of Penza, they're producing artificial heart valves in a company that started up just over 15 years ago. And its products have been so successful, they are now exported to over 25 countries. Life-saving surgery. The doctors are sewing in an artificial valve that will allow this man's heart to function again. The construction of the deceptively simple mechanism will determine how he lives the rest of his life, and if he survives at all. 20 years ago, all these valves had to be imported, until this company opened in Penza. Originally, this was meant to be a huge plant producing hard disks for Soviet-made PCs. But then, when the USSR collapsed, of course there was no demand for Russian-made computers. So they took the empty shell of a building and turned it into something else. By far, Russia's biggest producer of artificial heart valves. Started by a single Russian physicist, Meding sprung up without government support. None of the small team of inventors had worked with a medical equipment manufacturer before. Now, 7 in 10 valves implanted in Russia come from here. It may look like an overexpanded workshop, but the quality of its products has allowed this company to supply them to over 20 countries. Though here, they know that success can be fleeting.
We know we've had our successful invention, but technology moves on. We are small compared to our international rivals, and so we know we have to keep making new models just to survive.
Unusually for Russia, every new model was developed together with Penza's local heart center. But doctors here admit that at first there was skepticism about a Russian-made piece of medical equipment.
Doctors are very conservative by nature, and at first they and the patients were very mistrustful of the valves. To make people try something new on themselves was difficult, but I'll tell you this, 20 years ago, up to 1 in 5 used to die during the surgery. Now the figure is around 1%.
The surgery was successful. Sergei Anachenko, a retired army officer, will be discharged within a week.
I look forward to the rest of my life now. I can feel the cuts, but I feel my heart working better. As to the valve, I researched everywhere on the internet about it, and it's fine. I trust the valve that is inside my heart.
Igor Ogorodnev, RT, Penza.
And coming up, a look at what's next for the Arab world in Peter Lavelle's Crosstalk. But first, the business news with Karina. Stay with us here on RT.